Welcome. Hey guys. So as you're jumping in, smash that heart button and hashtag I'm alive if you are lucky to be alive during these times. I have a very special guest today, Greg. And Greg's career for the past years was helping his clients run these ads to free plugins, free Chrome extensions. And today we're going to go and talk about how he's actually doing this. So a lot of you guys are in my Chrome Boss community. If you're a Chrome Boss, let me know, hashtag Chrome Boss. Yes, this is a white shirt. It's my favorite color. Sandra's like, that's your favorite color, it's white. Yes, I guess that's my favorite color. I like red. I don't know, what's your favorite color, Greg? But mine is red. Mine's red and white. And today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit different than what I preach. I preach, hey, you don't need to run ads. You don't need to you can make monthly passive recurring income without running ads. So now we're actually going to meet someone, Greg, who's like, well, you know what? I've been running ads for my clients and they have a free extension and they do 6 figures per month, or they do 6 figures, and I that blew my mind away. So I'm like, Greg, we gotta come in and we gotta have you teach my Chrome bosses what is up, or at least give them the insight that this is possible. If you are here for it, you want to make 6 figures, you want to learn about Chrome extensions, let me know. Hashtag Chrome Boss in the comments. Let's dive right on. Actually, right before we dive on into it, I love to start off with your story. Because this is about you, and I want to make sure that my audience gets to know who you are, Greg. So can you give us a little background, your origin story on how you got into this crazy world? Like, because not every day you walk around, you bump into, a client or people you work for, that's not normal. So what happened?
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful intro, Kim, and I'm really glad to be here among people who are in this kind of weird industry that not a lot of people know about, but those who do, they know that it is a great industry to be in, and you can make a lot of money with extensions and toolbars. When I started, there was no Chrome. It was toolbars, and then Chrome took over, and now it's the majority of the traffic. I actually have this story built into the slides that I've prepared. Like, if you don't mind, I can just through 3 main secrets: how to quickly validate your idea, or if you have an organic funnel that's already crushing it, how you can pour gasoline on the fire with paid ads. And then a little known method for tapping into 97.3 of the websites on the internet. And then finally, I'm going to share some of the things to avoid when promoting extensions specifically on Google, so your ads don't get rejected and you don't lose your account. So you wanted to hear my story, and here's a fun photo from the family archives. I was born in Russia, and in '97 my family left to immigrate to Canada, and this is basically my first room, and that's where everything started. I didn't have a lot of friends at the time, but my dad bought a computer, so I had a lot of spare time, and I basically taught myself how to code websites, learned HTML, and basically started building what now is probably called as blogs. Anyways, I actually figured out how to make money online in '98, and it was by placing banners. They used to pay per click to whoever placed them on your website, and we were driving traffic from these free directories where you like spammed links every day. They would refresh the links, and you want to be on top. And you'll think, well, this guy has been around making money online since '98. He must have made a fortune back then when the dot-com boom hit. No, I didn't. Actually, I actually took a 10-year break from marketing. Like that first little campaign kind of died off very quickly, and I just went the normal quote-unquote route. I went to university, joined the military, worked corporate jobs, and as I was working corporate, I was doing okay. I was traveling like 3 or 4 months out of the year, flying business class and corporate jets with my company as a young 20-something guy. It was fun, and I was getting paid fairly well, but it still wasn't fulfilling enough. And also, as we were about to have our first child in 07, I figured I'm going to look for something on the side, and I discovered affiliate marketing. So,
oh, great! Can you expand that PowerPoint? Can you go in presentation mode so
full
it's like
screen,
a bit bigger?
Let's do it.
Yeah, because I can still see your face and I see my face, but like I see more of that. If that can be bigger for some people, then it'll be easier for them looking on the mobile device.
Absolutely. So if everybody can see that properly, then we're good to go. Let me know if somebody's having trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, back in 07, first I started with lead generation, and I thankfully leaned on my coding skills from the 90s. I was able to put together a website myself with a lead gen form, and I couldn't figure out how to drive traffic to it. I was doing all the organic, quote unquote, stuff like posting in forums, and I think Facebook was just about being launched at that time. And you know what? I spent about a month or two just kind of bumbling around and not getting any traction, just because I was trying to do all these things that weren't bringing me results. But then I discovered like a online mastermind forum of affiliate marketers, and they were all doing this thing called Adwords. I'm like, what the hell is Adwords? And I started following what they were doing and kind of reverse engineering, and then I bought a book and basically dove right into Google Ads. Well, actually, I lost money first 3 months. It was over $5,000, which was no small change at the time, right? It was still a lot of money for me, and I almost quit, but I didn't. And then I basically looked at the data and found a couple of things that were working, and I scaled them and turned off all the bad stuff that wasn't working. And next year I made 13K.
Wait. Before you continue, I'm going to be the person that's reacting to your stuff. Okay. So 30K in one day. That is amazing. And Sandra says, wow, 6 figures a month. What would be the first thing you do with 6 figures a month, Chrome Boss peeps? So Chrome Boss peeps, what would you do with 6 figures a month when you start earning that? And David just says Greg is using an old version of Office, maybe 2010 or even 2007. Yeah. All right, but $30,000 in a day using AdWords. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was still part-time for a couple of years, and then in 2011 I went all in. And of course, as soon as I got quit my job and started doing this full-time, I got banned from Google. I actually got back in, and it took a couple of months, and got banned again for 2015, and they let me back again. And guess what? This past summer I got a bunch of accounts banned, and I got them all back. So rule number one is don't break Google rules, but also there's going to be more on that later. That is directly the point number 3, very important. Like 3 times I got into trouble, and you will learn from my mistakes so you don't repeat them. So these are some of the accomplishments over the years. Like, I've been to Facebook offices, Google offices in California. I got the 2 Comma Club Award from ClickFunnels, that you guys probably should know about. And, this was an old screenshot, but spent over $15 million on Google over the years. And that comes with a lot of hard-earned lessons.
Oh, wow. $50 million. That is a lot.
Yeah, and it's all my own money. It's not the client's money. It was literally me paying for the ads and making sure they convert. So, like I said, the knowledge on what to share has saved me in my business at least 3 times. So pay attention.
Pay attention, you guys. If you are with us, hashtag with me. And if you're paying attention, let me know in the comments. And Chris says, how do you get your AdWords accounts back after you got them banned?
Basically, I'm going to go into more like Q&A at the end.
Later.
But yeah, essentially, you have to fix all the issues. And Google is not like Facebook. They actually going to give you a chance every time you show them that you're able to fix your mistakes. And they keep giving you chances if they see that you are able to fix everything. So that's my experience so far.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so that kind of sums up my story, and I don't know if you wanted to jump in there, Kim, or is it okay if I just go ahead into the content?
Yeah,
And that
let's dive on into it, and I'll interrupt you with questions from the people as they're coming in, because I want this to be interactive too.
Okay.
If there's not a lot of time, then let me know. Just say, hey, Kim, I just got to move on forward. That's totally fine too, because I want them to get the information, and a lot of them will watch replays. And shout out to Chris Fong. He owns a 6-figure blog called Smart Business Trends. He's one of my GroupConvert partners for many years. And a shout out to you, Chris. You keep plugging away over there. And he has Chrome extensions. So he went through my, he's also part of my Chrome Boss community, and he has published 2 Chrome extensions, more than 2 since then. So he's actually here. Chris has been, he makes 6 figures on the side of his job. So Chris is a boss over there. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's amazing results. Congrats to Chris. So this is primarily based on promoting free software, free extensions, free toolbars. So I know a lot of folks here have paid ones. Still listen in, because I'm sure a lot of it will apply to you as well. Okay, so my first message is not to be afraid to invest in advertising, because advertising is going to be literally going to do 2 things. If you have a product that's really helping people, it's your obligation to get it out as fast as possible to as many people as possible. And there's no faster way of doing that by other than running ads. And another thing is organic can take some time. And success loves speed. And in my world, like I have an idea. I'm an entrepreneur. Like I want to launch it as soon as possible and see if it works. And if it works, I'm going to scale it. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to, adjust and move on. So right around 2010, like I was doing other things before that, but like I discovered the toolbar world at the time. There was no Chrome, and it was all like Firefox and Internet Explorer toolbars. And this was like actually dug up one of my old ads. Like literally people were looking for MSN Messenger, and I was promoting a smiley. They weren't even emojis back then, they were smileys. And this was as simple as that. And it was literally like a guy doing a presentation like this about something completely unrelated. And it was like this one tidbit in his presentation that he used as an example of thinking outside the box. Basically, people looking for MSN Messenger and offering them smileys. And I literally just took that idea and ran with it. And guess what? That was like a 5-figure profit months right off the bat. So I've been doing it for a long time, and like last year we did almost $4 million on Google with these extensions.
Oh wow! Wait, yeah. I'm going to stop you there. $3 to $4 million last year on these Chrome extensions, and also just so you guys know, I am transcribing this this training. So if you stick around, you just tag people, you get the transcription of this training as well. And those are like just my added notes, my value add to this. But go ahead, Greg.
Thank you. So definitely paid advertising on Google is awesome for this business, because people are actively searching for stuff. They want to download something. They usually go to Google, like the download portals. Like 2Cows and download.com, CNET, like all of them. That's where people go to download stuff. So it's natural that people are okay with downloading software and extensions when they see an ad. That all right. So again, some results to prove that paid traffic can really help you scale. So this was December 2020, and we had almost 620,000 conversions across different geos. So and then here's an example of the ad I was talking about in 2010, and then this is the 2020 results. The reason I didn't start the presentation is because I know sometimes these streaming, every software is different, so I wasn't sure that I was going to properly show my screen, which it didn't. So sorry about that. But so this is where you stop me. And this is the December 2020. So as you can see, we ran all over the world internationally. You see Spain, France, Brazil, Japan, Germany, US. People got computers there. They got to download stuff. As long as you can monetize in those countries, I recommend not to ignore them. So yeah, over 500,000 conversions in a month. And
Wow.
yeah, some of the costs as cheap as 50 cents per install. So those are the kinds of the results that are possible if you just invest into paid traffic and on top of your organic effort.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So who else wants 620,000 installs in a single month?
Oh man, I can't even fathom that right now. Oh my God.
All right.
I think all the Chrome bots says, hey guys, if you're watching, then hashtag yes if you want to get 500,000 installs in a month, if that's something that you're striving towards. And then also hashtag VIP if you want to get the VIP notes of this presentation, which is the transcription of this. I don't know if Greg is, I don't know anything if he's willing to share his notes or not, but I am sharing my notes of this presentation with you guys if you hashtag VIP. But go ahead, Greg, continue.
Yes, thank you. So I hope a couple of people in the audience got excited. They're looking at the numbers. My numbers people. I used to be a financial analyst at one point in time, so I love numbers. Anyway, so going on, like if you're not convinced that paid traffic is for you, take a look at these numbers. So how do you get more customers? Well, everybody, of course, knows Facebook. We're Facebook Live right now. Instagram, they have a lot of active users every day. But what a lot of people forget is that Google has been around longer, and there's 3.5 billion searches per day on Google search. YouTube has over 1 billion video views per day, and it also coincidentally is the second biggest search engine in the world. Gmail has a third of the world webmail market, over 1 billion users, and there's something called GDN, Google Display Network. That's the 97.3 of all the websites on the internet reportedly show their ads, and that's over 4 billion users.
Wow.
Wow. Exactly. That's what I thought. And so what of this is that Google has billions of users across 90% of the internet all around the world. Like Google.com is the #1 visited site in almost every single country, with the exception of like China, Russia, and probably North Korea, Cuba, I don't know. So definitely if you have a product that's got a mass appeal and it's not only for the US, you can reach a lot of people through Google, and a lot cheaper than American markets. So Google allows you to target them many different ways. You can target high-intent users who are actively searching for whatever problem you're solving. You can show them ads in the search results. You can target by demographic data, interest, and you can even ethically steal your competitors' clients without them ever knowing, which means you can have audiences targeting visitors of specific websites. So it could be the websites of your competitors. You can target someone who searched for something, even if you're not able to buy ads for those keywords directly. You can target fans of your competitors if they're big enough. And you can also, if that applies to you, target your competitor's physical location, like somebody going into his store and leaving. Google is smart to know that, and you will show ads to them. And of course, if you guys know Facebook marketing, they have lookalike audiences. Google has the same thing. They call it similar audiences. It's like find more people that are just like your existing customers. Is this exciting so far?
Yeah, guys, let me know if this is exciting you so far. There are billions of users online. They already know this from me preaching to them about Chrome extensions for literally years on end. The past years, like billions of people are on there. But I don't preach about paid ads. So this is really new and different and interesting. Google has massive amounts of data to find you the cream of the crop in market audiences. Custom intent, yes, high buying intent words, affinity, beauty mavens, geolocation, more affluent areas, getting them to spend. Awesome. So if you guys are excited, let me know. Yes. Hashtag yes.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. I hope you guys are excited. And yes, you're right. You can find people, like if you have a paid extension or paid version of your software and it's not free, you can still leverage Google's ability to target affluent people. You can target affluent zip codes in the US. You can have people with high affinity for purchases or high buy intent keywords. So definitely, if you have paid extensions, pay attention here.
Oh,
yeah.
Also, we had someone ask, I think Derek asked, how are you monetizing the free extensions? And I guess you're going to get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, so good question. How are the free extensions, free software monetized? So we are an agency, so we don't have our own extensions. We just run traffic for clients. And typically, the free software is monetized by search feeds, by ad-supported injections, or presenting upsells to a paid version later on. So it's like a freemium software that then they get push notifications to try to get them to convert to a premium version. Those are typically the three models that I know of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm not an extension owner. I'm the traffic guy. Like we just ran a ton of traffic and generate a lot of installs for our clients.
Yes.
So anyways, to sum up, don't be afraid of the paid traffic. Don't rely on organic only. And remember that your customers are not just on Facebook. Google has more than 2x the reach and a massive amount of data as well. And right now, it's actually less crowded. So who's excited to try paid ads?
Yes. Let's do this.
I know Kim is, but jumping right into the second part, and this is going to be a little bit more technical, but this is essentially the step-by-step framework that we do when we launch a new software product, and we try to tap into 97% of the internet.
Wow, I'm excited. If you guys are excited, let me know. Yes, in the comments, smash that heart button. We want to get a lot of comments going, and also smashing the heart button so that the rest of the group knows that this interview is going on, because a lot of you guys are in here for my subscriber scaling secrets, and I'm bringing in a unicorn called Greg to show you. Okay.
Thank you. You're too kind. But so the reason why we're able to tap into such a wide audience is, of course, because, like I mentioned, the types of products we are promoting, they're usually mass appeal. They're not very niche. So it's easy to target. It's like a no-brainer. And as you guys know, a Chrome extension takes, like 2 clicks to install? Very easy conversion flow. A lot easier than getting someone to fill out a form or pull out the credit card, right? So definitely it's easy to scale free software. But again, if you have a niche software or if it's a paid software still, you can apply a lot of the lessons here from our framework to your business as well. Okay, so the secret to scale, at least on Google, is simple. You can either outbid everybody or outperform everybody and work harder than everyone. We bootstrapped all of our businesses. Like I maxed out my credit cards when I was started out. And I cannot outbid all the major players there. Therefore, I have to outsmart them and outperform them. Work harder and work smarter. The amount of impressions you're going to get is based on your budget, your bid, and your click-through rate of your ads. So essentially, the higher they are, the higher your impression share is, and the more traffic you're going to get. You can try to outbid the first two, but good luck if you're competing with major brands. Therefore, really, you have to think outside the box with your targeting and have a better ad than your competition. And that's how you win. And another way to get more impression share is to build, again, not be lazy as the guy who's got a lot of money to spend, and really do the work of launching many ad campaigns to show ads on all available Google Ads inventory, not just on search, not only square banners on display, not only YouTube. It's trying to cover all available inventory and see what works and quickly killing what doesn't, so you don't bleed your budget too much. And me with a military background, I call it the full spectrum war campaign structure. And then how do you get even more traffic? Is you scale horizontally by advertising internationally. Remember, 90% of all internet users are using Google and its properties across the world. And the international traffic is a lot cheaper. Anyone excited?
Yes, I'm excited. And
I know you are, Kim.
There's
Yes,
12
awesome.
of us watching right now, you guys. David is here. Hey, Sandra. Hey, JS. JS just joined Chromeboss Elite. Sandra just joined Chromeboss Elite. Kevin. Hey, Derek. Hey, guys. If you guys are here, I know you guys are watching. Just say, I'm here, so I know that you're here, and I'll give you a shout out.
Awesome. Thank you. So, yeah.
Oh, there's other questions here too. Yes. Are there any affiliate networks that offer the Chrome extensions like OfferVelt? Very interesting questions right there. We're going to have a Q&A. I'm gathering all the questions and we're going to answer all your questions, but it seems like Greg has some more slides to get through and we need to start learning this. So go.
Yeah. So I wanted to, like, someone who is not familiar with paid traffic to walk away with a roadmap of how to, like, the key things to do in order to succeed. And it's a little bit technical, but I'm not going very much in depth. I'm just giving you a high level overview, like the lay of the land of like our campaign stack when we launch a new product from a client. So we typically like to launch on search and display. And recently started even testing YouTube as well, because YouTube has a lot of traffic fairly cheaply. And so search is when people are searching for your for something and you show them ads in the search results, usually on top. So we have prospecting campaigns that are basically trying to find the golden nuggets keywords that are converting really well, and we snatch them away into separate campaigns and trying to exactly target them. Display, those are the banner ads that you see when you're browsing the internet, all the little square images, rectangular images, skyscraper images. Sometimes they're in the form of text ads. Sometimes they're, rich HTML5 or video. But anyways, like if you go to any major websites, you will see the ad units. They're called AdSense. Got a little triangle in one of the corners, so you'll recognize them. And it's also usually broken down into prospecting, which is like cold traffic mining, and then retargeting your warm traffic, trying to get them to convert. And then YouTube's structure at a high level is the same. But then if you see this table, it's broken down further into creative types. So for instance, for search, the only creative type available is text. It's the little text ads you see when you search for stuff. But for display, there's a multiple creative types that are available. So there are image creative types, and for simplicity, I just had like vertical, horizontal, and square. But there's probably 6 or 7 standard sizes that we test. They also have something called responsive ads, which is got a text component and an image component to them, and Google kind of shows different combinations to different people. And then there's text ads. And the reason why we do this is because, like I said, Google is a giant auction, and sometimes there's pockets of underpriced ad inventory, and some ad types, they are cheaper in certain auctions. So for instance, text ad is always going to be cheaper to show than an image, because image takes up a lot of space. The text ads can only take 30% of that space. So Google can show 3 ads in one square slot for a square banner. So you're getting the same click for a third of the price of a banner. That's why we tested it like that. And the reason why we break it down into different campaigns is because everything is moving towards like AI and automated bidding right now. So what people have a tendency to do, or they don't know any better, they dump all the creative types into one campaign, but Google only shows the best performing bunch, and which means the other less performing for that campaign ad types are not being shown at all. But if it's shown in a separate campaign, like I said earlier, it may have a chance of winning that auction somewhere else. That's why. That's the principle behind it. So I hope it makes sense, guys.
Kind of. I a little bit like went over my head right there.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Like, it's if you haven't done it, it's going to be a little bit over your head. But the key takeaway is that when you're dealing with different creative types, it's always a good idea to separate them into their own campaigns so they don't step on each other's toes, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Perfect. I'm glad I got that out of the way. Yeah, so search campaigns really, like, it's all revolves around keywords. Keywords is how you target, and that's what people are searching for on Google. So you need to create a list of keywords, and everybody usually has a question: what's the best keyword tool? As if there's some secret keyword tool that nobody has access to, which only you have. Yes, it's called your head, because all the other tools that are out there, everybody else in your competition is using them. So if everybody goes, targets the same keywords, guess what? It's just going to drive up the prices in the auction, and you're just going to waste each other's money. Whereas the best keywords are usually found using your head. And also, like I said earlier, we as agile small marketers need to fight the big guys who are lazy but have big pockets. So they can pay $60 a click for term life insurance. I can't. Therefore, I need to be creative and find other things that target the same demographic, but somewhere else where it's cheaper. And that's exactly like competitor brands, popular websites where people hang out, things like that. So you make a list of your keywords, organize it in tightly themed ad groups, and write ads that are relevant to the keywords in them. So the key is that when someone is searching for something, the ad that they see shows them what they were searching for. So that is accomplished by writing ads that are relevant to the keywords. And then Google will mine keywords for you. There's a report called Search Terms that shows what people were actually searching for. And then you can kill all the non-converting search terms and pluck out the good ones and turn them into your own keywords, right? So Google is finding your winning keywords for you, so to speak.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and display campaigns, like I said earlier, remember the slide where I listed all the different ways you can target on Google? So essentially, we try to utilize all of the available targeting options right away for prospecting, because you never know where you can find those pockets of ad inventory that will convert. And with our clients, they have pretty good budgets and fairly easy to convert products that have the mass appeal. Therefore, it's fairly easy to throw a lot of darts at the board and find a lot of places where they stick. So we try to use all of the available targeting: keyword, intent, affinity, by website, and we also break them down, like I said, by creative types. All available major banner sizes, responsive, and text. And the end result is that sometimes we'll launch, and like out of all this, only the text ad campaign will work only on, I don't know, similar audiences, and the square banner campaign will only work on keyword targeting, and the rest of them won't work. So that's our methodology, is basically try to cast a wide net and then find underpriced pieces of the auction where we can pick up the traffic. YouTube, we treat it very similar to display, which is basically use all the available targeting. You can target by video channel instead of targeting by website. So you can pick which video or channel you want your ad pre-roll to show. And then we use keywords. People are searching for keywords in YouTube as well. And also similar to your existing customers, visitors, converters, whatnot.
Yeah, like lookalike audience, kind of.
Yep, exactly. Similar audience as Google speak for lookalike, which is a Facebook term, but it's the same thing. Couple of like housekeeping item recommendations is with your ad account, same as Facebook, you have like your personal ad account, but there's a better way of getting the business manager. So Google has its own version of the business manager. It used to be called MCC, My Client Center, and now it's called Google Ads Manager account. So I recommend getting that set up, and that enables you to effectively run multiple accounts, just like Facebook BM, and helps you, diversify your traffic. And also, this is a rookie mistake that a lot of people are doing, is there are certain features that are showing up as recommended in Google, but in fact, they're designed to rob you, right? So obviously, like number 3 probably will make sense to a lot of you. Right away, you have to turn off mobile devices, tablets, and even smart TVs. So we're just targeting desktop. That's like the first thing you need to do when you're building a campaign for extensions and toolbars. Another thing that they like to do is blend in display network traffic into your search campaigns by default. That's why we keep them separate, because they're completely different animals. You cannot mix them together. And also they have a location targeting trick that, let's say you only want to target people in Canada, where I live, but the way they're targeting, see, like they say, recommended is people in or who show interest in your targeted location. And that opens up an ability for Google to start showing, let's say, to people in France who are searching for something about Canada, French part of Canada, Quebec. So in that case, you'd get non-targeted traffic from France to your Canadian campaigns, and you don't always want that. So those are 3 mistakes that people make. And
okay, so the mistake is what? Not turning those off? Not turning those off?
Yeah, just basically really read like what they say is recommended, and don't take it for gospel that it's what you should do. So in this case, you should not take the recommended option, but you want people in your location. You're targeting, Australia, you want Australians. You don't want people in Thailand who want to emigrate to Australia at that time, if you're not selling, immigration toolbars.
Right?
Yep.
That's a good point.
All right. So basically, other things, you must have your conversion tracking installed, because otherwise you're just flying blind. And step by step, I use a lot of Excel. You compile a list of keywords, organize into ad groups, write ad copy, also in Excel. And then there's another thing that is a really nifty tool. It's called the desktop editor. So here's an example. So this is a unique thing. It's a standalone program that really makes it super simple to do major operations and spend a lot less time than you would in the web interface, like through your browser. So in here, you can literally import a bunch of like keywords in your CSV, and they turns it into a campaign for you. Like, I really recommend this. And you set your bid, check campaign settings, and that's your search campaign. And then it's really easy, like literally turn this into a display campaign.
I can't see what you're showing. What are you showing?
Oh, right now? It's only showing my PowerPoint window. So anyways, yeah, it's called the desktop editor. Like, look into it. Yeah. Display. I literally take my search campaign I just created. I copy paste it in the desktop editor and switch targeting from search to display. And literally, that's my first display campaign with text ads done. Right, and then it's very easy for me to copy and paste it a bunch more times, and then replace the text ads with banners, replace the banner ads with responsive ads, and this is how I'm very quickly able to deploy that full spectrum work campaign structure with multiple campaigns broken down by creative. It's the power of this standalone editor. In web interface through the browser, it would take me forever. Therefore, definitely, if you're going to do Google Ads, take a couple hours to learn the tool, the desktop editor, and you will save yourself a lot of grief, and you go faster. So that's kind of like the trick for launching multiple campaigns that scale quickly, is using the desktop editor. So everybody probably wants to know what the ads look like. I recommend at least 3 ads per ad group or more, and test often, and look at the competition. For display, again, I recommend something that's more broad. type where like it's really clickable. You can do like clickbaity stuff, and I'm going to get into that later in the compliance portion, but it has to be something that's like easily noticeable and easily clickable. It doesn't have to be fancy. And there are some spy tools. So for keywords, text ads, you can use keyword spy, spyfu, espionage, or the good old, Googling. Just use a VPN if you're from a different country. There's another site called moat.com. It's a good tool for spying on banner ads. Like you can look at like what's Nike running, what's Adidas running, what's GameStop running, and it's going to show you all of the banners that they scrape. There are some paid tools. I don't personally use them, but if you want to shell out a few $100 a month, there's AdBeat or SimilarWeb. I know Russell Brunson talks a lot about SimilarWeb in his training.
Yeah, he does.
It's not cheap, but I think it's $5,000 a year. But that's definitely got a lot of information on competition and the ads they use and whatnot. All right, so this is what it typically looks like. So this is an example of a banner 300 by 250. This is an example of a responsive image ad. You can see it's very simple. You have your brand, some sort of simple image, and a call to action, usually with a button. Here are some of the text ads. Very simple. Just explaining what the thing does and how to get it. As you can see, yeah, like some of the conversions, like 33 cents per conversion here in countries like Brazil, $1.50 for Germany for the banner. So definitely that's why you can see we're testing different ad formats because they act different, different click-through rates, different costs, even in the same country. Bidding, everybody probably has a question, what do I bid? Well, you need to understand the math, like how many clicks does it take to convert your extension. Typically, in my experience, like a good conversion rate is 15% for a Chrome extension. And I like to start with manual bidding and either bid really high initially on a small campaign budget and then walk the bids down until you reach an acceptable cost per click. Or another strategy is you bid really low and then walk bids up until you see this traffic to start to flow, find that sweet spot. And then as soon as you gather enough data, you got to turn on auto bids. I like target CPA. The reason for that is that, remember, like you guys are primarily Chrome. Does anybody do toolbars for Firefox or IE?
Yeah, some of them do other toolbars. Like
okay.
they'll do one for Firefox and Firefox.
Okay.
Firefox.
Okay, so essentially, like they're in a better place. But if you just have the Chrome extension, initially what's going to happen is you're going to get all kinds of traffic with IE, Firefox, Safari mixed in, and you cannot monetize it. So as soon as you turn on target CPA bidding, the algorithm will optimize out all the non-Chrome traffic for you if you're only converting on Chrome, right? So that's why you want that as soon as possible. It also has something called portfolio bidding strategy. So if you have multiple campaigns targeting like the same country for the same target CPA, you can pull data from multiple campaigns to have an even better chance at winning. And another thing that most people don't know is the display network has a true pay per conversion option, which means like if you say I want to pay $1 for install, you're only going to pay $1 for install if Google can find converting traffic for you at those rates. And it's not available right away typically, but after you get a few hundred conversions, to a couple of weeks, they usually unlock it for you, and that's really makes things easy from the optimization perspective. You don't have to worry about optimizing. You say, this is how much I want to pay per conversion. Go. And hopefully your offer is converting good enough so Google can keep finding you more and more traffic for it. So that's in a nutshell the bidding strategy. Optimization, I use very simple business rules, like you have a certain amount of clicks, no conversions, turn it off. It has to be statistically significant, of course. And you can optimize by keywords, search terms, display placements, like websites where the ads are being shown. You can turn off bad ads, turn off bad audiences, and vice versa. You can scale the good ones by bidding more for them. And Google also has automatic rules and filters that help you save time. So you can say, Google, after 30 clicks and no conversions, turn off every keyword in this campaign, and it will be done automatically. Saves you a lot of time. I like to start at low budgets first to avoid overspending if something doesn't work. And then as soon as everything looks good, that's when we just simply raise budgets. There's none of that 20% per day crap that you hear about Facebook. Like, I don't care. Like, if it's converting, or if I'm paying per conversion, I'm going to go from $10 to $10,000 a day. No problem. Keep turning off poorly performing elements. And then I prefer target CPA on as soon as I get close to my target CPA with manual bidding. But sometimes I'm impatient. And actually, recently I've started turning it on a lot earlier because actually, in my experience, the algorithm is becoming better and better at finding converting traffic for me than me with my manual bid strategies. And they have another feature called targeting expansion. It's like after usually 100 conversions or so, I like to turn it on because it tries to open up the targeting even more and find you more users. Of course, that requires you to have a very broad offer, something that is easy to convert for a lot of people. All right, so summary, like there was a lot of stuff to plow through, and don't worry, like you will get these slides later and they will be your high-level checklist of what to do.
Yeah.
But essentially, yeah, the biggest secret of Google Ads is leveraging more than just search. Like 9 out of 10 people I've interviewed for Google media buyer positions, they only know how to run search, and they don't know much about display or YouTube or any other format. So you guys are already one step ahead of those people. And we like to deploy all available campaign types, all available targeting, and all available ad types to get exponential reach and also maximize our chances to find that pocket of winning, converting traffic. And the real secret here is the ability to do it quickly. And this is the force multiplier tool I told you about, which is the Google Ads Desktop Editor. Like, download it, spend it an hour, figure it out. It's very easy, and it saves you so much time. And again, 90% of people I've interviewed never use it. They just tinker with the Google Ads interface in the browser and waste a bunch of time. All right, so that was a lot of material we just covered. How are you guys feeling?
I feel good.
Okay, I'm glad you feel good, Kim.
I feel like it's a lot of material still.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm trying to download 10 years worth of experience to you in like 1 hour. So obviously it's like drinking from a fire hose, and I just gave you a very high level overview of our framework. If you want more details, you're gonna have to learn a little bit more, but don't worry about it. Okay, so let's jump into the compliance portion. So that's a very serious topic, especially when promoting software. And Google is a very reputable company that's been around for a long time, and they take compliance seriously. And like I said in the beginning, I've been in trouble with them 3 times when I lost accounts, but I got them all back by diligently finding the mistakes, fixing them, resubmitting, and every time it took a month or 2, but we got back on, right? So here we go. So obviously, you cannot run traffic to the Chrome web store directly, right? Because it's sitting on the google.com domain. You're gonna have to use a landing page. So make sure that landing page is compliant. Like, it's gotta have all the privacy, contact, terms and conditions, and user license agreement. Actually, I forgot about that. And other things that pertain to software distribution. You gotta make sure it's not that it has clear branding and tells the user exactly what the software is going to do to their computer, because that's very important. They don't like drive-by downloads or browser hijacking or anything malicious. So you have to be very transparent about what your software or extension is going to do. Even though it is sitting in their Chrome web store, they treat it equally the same as if you're sending people to some exe on some file sharing site. So that's serious. ads must have clear branding and must mention that this is an extension. And funny enough, you cannot use the words download and install. You got to use other calls to action. Again, a lot of affiliates are guilty for this because back in the day, they would just run ads that looked like a giant download button and people would just click it. And obviously, Google didn't like it because it was very clickbaity. And now you must mention that this is an extension or app is also acceptable. So I've shown you some examples earlier of what our ads look like. They're very simple and very clear. There's brand name, extension, and then what it does, like some functionality, and the call to action.
Cool.
Here's the unwanted software policy. They have the policy about basically unwanted software that people are unknowingly downloading and installing and other things. So going back, like right back to the previous slide, you got to have a description. This is straight up from my Google Rep, by the way. So I literally copy and pasted the screenshot from an email right here. So private description, you must have a one-line description in the ad creative and detailed description on the landing page. So one line on the ad could be like, I don't know, uncover all of your competitors' ads with the Chrome plugin. And then on the landing page, you got to explain how it's done. And it's not doing anything fishy to the person's computer or browser. Product type, so you have to basically say if it's an extension, application, software. In my experience, saying app was acceptable until now. And also on the landing page, if there's any changes to the browser system or whatever, it has to be disclosed. Another thing is if your extension is free, it technically falls under software policy called free desktop software. The reason why they implemented this policy is because, again, of bad affiliates who used to basically download like Microsoft Word or Adobe PDF and put it on their website and basically bundle it with other software and then drive ads to it. So somebody looking for Microsoft Word would go to their site and instead of Microsoft's official site and download this version that's got all kinds of Trojans and other stuff. And I actually had one of my employees, like I told him to download Chrome. Then I look at his screen and he's got this like weird search engine with like ad injection all over the place. I'm like, what's happening? Well, this is what I downloaded. And I'm like, show me where you downloaded it. And he basically Googles in his Firefox, download Chrome. There's a PPC ad on top. Clicks it, it goes to an affiliate site which has the version of Chrome bundled with a bunch of crap. So this is why you now need to pretty much whitelist your extension domain through this form, like right here, register your site as the authoritative online distribution source. If you don't do it, like your ads may still run, but then one day you may wake up and they will be disapproved for this free software violation. And you're like, what is the hell happened? This is why. So I recommend doing it ahead of time.
Oh, wow. That's useful, this tip right here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like it's very like industry specific, and unless you encountered it, like most people won't know. And definitely saves you a lot of grief. So anyways, those are my compliance tips. Like don't do anything, like study the policies, don't do anything shady, don't mess around with people's computers, make sure your software does what it's supposed to do and then doesn't do what it's not supposed to do. And if you are in the Chrome Web Store, technically you should be clean, but still it doesn't buy you like a freebie ticket right away. You still have to make sure it's not malicious and passes all the compliance checks. And that is it. This is a lot of material, but I got it in 15 minutes. So I hope this was useful. This is information how to get in touch with me if you want. You can email me. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram. I'm actually rebroadcasting this on Clubhouse right now. And I also have a Facebook group. Like just look for Google Ads Alpha to Omega. And this is where we have a lot of high 6- and 7-figure Google advertisers hanging out and sharing tips.
All right, some Q&A. Kevin says, are opt-in gates allowable?
Opt-in gates, is it like basically collecting a email address before the download?
I don't know. Kevin, what do you mean by that? Opt-in gates allowable. All right. You will get the slides for this class for free. Cool. So he's offering the
Yeah,
slides.
this is the URL. You can download this presentation and a bunch of bonuses. So I'm gonna copy this link and we'll go to your stream. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Greg, for sharing all that information. Thank you for sharing your slides too. That's incredible. Thank you. Kevin says after the download.
All right. Yeah. So after the download, usually they just had a normal thank you page, like my clients. Like you download the extension, it fires the user back to their domain to the thank you page, and it was just like a plain thank you page. They weren't doing anything simply because they were under a lot of scrutiny. So again, I'm not sure I'm not familiar with the term opt-in gate. I guess if you're trying to like piggyback other offers on top of the download, I know Google had a lot of grief with a similar concept during the install, like with the bundling, where like you download the Adobe, I don't know, PDF, and then it would like try to offer you McAfee in the download flow. They didn't like that. Then they restricted it to only like one offer per screen. So I don't know. I can't say yes or no, but it sounds like something they may frown upon. You know what I mean?
Mm. And at what point should we start running Google ads? What's our budget? What do you recommend that we start with?
So
Let's
again,
say we're going straight from organic.
Well, if you hopefully got some organic going, you will already know like what's your conversion rate, and how many clicks does it take to get the download, and also you should probably have some data on how much money you're making on the back end. So you'll calculate that. So for instance, if we had a client who would be targeting a $5 cost per install on the toolbar in the US, I'd like to spend $25, $50 testing and just seeing how it works. We kind of got more, like as we got deeper into the industry, we got more aggressive with it. Like I would spend sometimes more money because I knew that I'm going to make it convert later. If you have a low budget, I would just recommend targeting really tight initially, and then go into that full spectrum word structure as you start getting conversions and the algorithm learns. So that's the beauty of Google. Like you can target really, really tight, like only those keywords that you think are going to be the most relevant. You can start with that.
Okay. And what's the typical time? Do you believe that should we hire an agency for this, or should we like go off on our own and try to do it ourselves?
I mean, I started as a single person, and I was okay for a couple years like that. Like it's totally doable. That's what I'm saying. Especially if you figure out the desktop editor tool, saves you a lot of time. I mean, if you're already doing like a solid income stream with your software, it may make more sense to hire someone to run your ads for you while you work on the monetization on the back end, or maybe developing a second, third, fourth extension. So it's really up to you, but it's doable as a single person for sure.
Okay, and how much is it usually for like an agency to run ads to a Google Chrome extension? I'm asking more for my people and as well as me, because I do have a lot of people who own Chrome extensions and they are doing really well financially, and I don't know.
We ran on performance, like we're a performance agency, so we got commissions per each install, depending on the country and the type of the software, like what it did. Like it would vary, but it would be from a few cents to a few bucks per install typically, for a free extension. Like right now, I'm talking to some people who are paying $15, $20 for for an install, but actually it's not for an install. There's like a questionnaire that goes in before the install, so it's a longer funnel, and therefore the CPA is higher.
Oh, well, I heard so I spoke to Travis, who is the CEO of Campaign Refinery, and he told me maybe so this might be an unpopular opinion in your world, but he's like, if you don't have a high ticket product at the back end, don't even try to run ads. Like, don't even try to do it. You need, for ads to be worth it, there has to be some higher ticket thing and not like a Chrome extension that's like $10 a month or $30 a month. What is your opinion on that opinion?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly. Again, I was the traffic guy, and I don't know exactly the accounting numbers for the clients, but they were, like I showed you the numbers, they were running at scale at 7-8 figures. I wasn't the only partner too. Like there's other people doing what I do, and definitely works for them. So I guess it all depends on your earnings per click, right? How many people are converting into paying customer, and what's the offer like,
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, guys, do you have any other questions? I know David and Sandra are just talking about how, Greg, you shouldn't have Office 2007.
Oh, come on.
They're all like, you should get Office 365. It's only $69 per year for a personal subscription, and you can share it with 5 people in your family.
I had to put together a presentation, and I don't speak very often. Like I just run traffic, and this was just like because I met Kim at Funnel Hacking Live in Nashville, and I'm like, oh, Chrome people. I don't run into a lot of Chrome people very often, so I just grabbed what I knew from my corporate world and did a PowerPoint. We're like, our company is all in like the Google suite, so we use Google Docs, Google Spreadsheet, Slack, Asana, all the stuff in the cloud. And this is literally just I could have, I guess, used Google Slides, but I just a little bit more comfortable with PowerPoint.
Uses Google everything. Turns on Microsoft 2007.
Yes.
Anyways, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Greg.
Touche.
John JS is like, don't feel bad. He uses Open Office. Oh, they're right. There's Open Office too. And Kevin says, I've seen banner ads on Chrome extensions, Kim. Dang. All right, Kevin. Well, that's not my opinion. That is Travis's opinion. And it kind of makes sense because for me, I encourage my Chrome bosses to go and build out a coaching program with their Chrome extensions, because with coaching, you can have those higher ticket sales and like that education, just like ClickFunnels. Russell Brunson has he had 2 Comma Club X for a long time, and he has like higher programs that help with the whole process of who do they get to become on this journey when they're like using an opt-in software. It's not just a ClickFunnels landing page thing. It is like they get to build out something. You are only one funnel away, right? To getting everything that you want, all the financial freedom and income that you want. You're only one funnel away. And then the 2 Comma Club X, the coaching program, is that higher ticket thing. So I kind of encourage my people, maybe not jump right into a 20K program, 25K program, but start like inching your way up. Maybe start at 5K and help your people more, because a lot of people need that extra help. But that makes the ad spend really, really worth it, because one person that's like 5-8K.
Well, it's true, because remember what I said, like how you get more impressions on Google, one way is to outbid everyone. And the way you outbid everyone is to earn more per click, which means like the more you earn on the back end, like if you have a higher ticket offer that has a good conversion rate, you can have a low ticket with a higher conversion rate. Like it all comes down to the EPC, right? Like if it's one in 100 people takes a $1,000 offer versus 50% of the people taking $100 offer, guess what? The EPC is going to be higher. You're going to be able to spend more and drive more traffic to your offer. And that's my math.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Greg. I really appreciate you jumping on here today. And my Chrome bosses will get a replay. They'll get to know who you are. Hopefully you enter Chromeboss Elite to talk to the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us in the community that, are doing anywhere from 10K a month, 20, 100K. Some people are doing 200K a month. And it's like maybe they are running ads over there, but we are all about Chrome extensions and making passive income from Chrome extensions. And definitely, like, I've earned multiple like a lot of income from Chrome extensions alone. And it's all organic. So it's like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
maybe I should start running ads. Well, I do run ads for my 5-day training, but not my Chrome extensions. I haven't done
Give it a go. Yeah. Do we have? Do we have time for questions? Are there any questions, or do you have to wrap up? Like, I still have a few minutes. I can hang out.
Sure. All right, guys, Q&A time. What do you want to ask, Sandra? You'll find out who they are. You're in the community. Kevin says, "What's the Facebook group again?" Oh,
yeah. So I don't know if I can type stuff here, but if you go to my profile on, like, if you're looking at the Facebook Live, you go to my profile. There's a link in the bio for my Facebook group, just related to Google, if you're interested.
Yeah, and if you guys are interested in earning passive income from your own simple software, start the journey. Try and get into my community, but schedule a call with my team. I'm going to also poke the link in there, and I'm going to pin that. Just book a call, see if you're a good fit to come into my community, Chromeboss Elite community, and coaching. And it's a year long. It's really cool. And you'll be surrounded by other Chrome bosses. I know, Greg, I host live before COVID. I host live events for like Chrome extension people. And one of my speakers, he's a guy that does really well with affiliate marketing, like earning over $100,000 on affiliate marketing. And he's like, "Kim, do you know that your live event is about a plugin to a browser?" And it made me crack up, because I'm like, yes, this is important. Everyone should learn about this world, because to me, nothing is faster in terms of earning passive income, like right away, than a little tiny, teeny, simple software that costs you like a couple $100 to have. And then you can turn it around and charge $10 a month for lifetime, for the rest of that person's life. And anyways, it still blows my mind. That's why I talk about it all the time. And I'm glad I met you by stumbling upon you at Funnel Hacking Live. Man, I want to go back to live events. Live events are crazy.
They're doing it this year in Florida. Russell just announced it today.
No way! It's back?
Yeah, it's at the Gaylord in Florida. I don't know which city it is, but yeah, he made a big announcement.
No, I'm buying a ticket. Are you going? Are you coming?
I don't know. Like, we're locked down in Canada. I actually escaped on the very last flight out to Costa Rica, and it looks like I'm stuck here for 3 months at least, because they canceled all the return flights. I mean, I can technically come back to the States, but yeah, we'll see. Like, with the pandemic, it's they're taking a lot of precautions, and technically, we are almost prohibited from traveling. Like, it's level 3, and the next level is like no travel at all.
Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, vaccines are rolling out, at least in the U.S. Some people, we'll see. Well, hopefully. Well, I am sorry to hear that, Greg.
Okay.
But it's okay. Virtual events are a thing too, and that's, you could make it here today because of virtual. This is
exactly. Yeah.
And you are helping a lot of people open their eyes to, hey, don't be afraid to run ads. Don't be afraid to spend, because look at the potential. The potential is over 1 million opt-ins a month. Oh no, 500,000 opt-ins a month,
you can do 1 million probably if you have the right offer dialed in, and it's worldwide. That you can. There's a lot of people in Brazil. There's a lot of people in Europe. There's a lot of people in Asia.
Are these extensions translated to different languages?
So yeah, I mean, some of them were localized, some of them were like straight up English and still worked, right? So like if you talk about, let's say, Germany, or Nordics, a lot of people speak English there. Philippines, right? It's all English, American English. So definitely, even if it's not localized, don't worry about it. Some countries speak a lot of English, and it also probably doesn't cost a lot to localize it an extension,
Oh, wow. All right. Any other questions for Greg? James says, great interview, man.
Thank you.
Yes, James Isaac. We can't see your name because you didn't allow StreamYard to see it, but I see you. Kevin gave us a link, Google Leads Alpha to Omega.com or something. Is this yours?
Yeah, that's the link to the group. He probably just grabbed off of my profile, but yeah, definitely. Maybe Google. I should shorten it to make it simpler, but.
Oh yeah, like a short link, like bit.ly something. Yeah. Google Ads Alpha to Omega. Oh, what link shortener do you use for tracking and conversions?
Well, we use our own tracking domains for some of our campaigns, but as far as link shortener, I think we used to use the Google link shorteners, but we kind of stopped.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Okay. Can anyone? So, are you looking to maybe in the future have like a course, Greg, or are you like, hey, I know what you are doing in the future. You're owning a Chrome extension, so you can do it for yourself.
That's definitely on the table because I was actually exploring that as a vertical integration opportunity because, like, I know the front end, I don't know the back end. It could make sense to kind of marry the two together and own my own extension. So that's definitely on the table. I just need to figure out the monetization piece, especially for free ones, right? Because that's where the bulk of my experience is the free ones.
When you say free, you mean freemium, right? Like free for 14 days or free forever plan?
No, a lot of them are free forever. And like I said, they monetize with search feeds, monetization with backend ads, or I know some were monetizing with the freemium. Like they don't limit the free version in time or anything. They just have push notifications come in like, hey, upgrade to this version that is paid. Or one company, they actually had people calling the user and selling them on the phone for like the premium version. Like that's
holy shoot, that's genius.
Why not? Like phone is very effective if you can somehow capture their
phone number
information for the phone and their consent, of course, make sure it's legal, and then have like the call center call them and close them on a higher version. That's what McAfee does. All the antivirus companies. That's like if you look at their funnels.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Sending push notifications that your protection is about to expire, and then sometimes they even call. So there's another another thing you can model after the big dogs.
Oh my gosh, that's totally what here's you guys. Here's like a secret sauce that I've discovered just super recently. So we have a high ticket program for group converters. We help people make an extra 5 to 6 figures a month in their first month coming into the program. They're like 40K, 60K, 80K. They'll just do it because they're like converting a certain amount of people into their high ticket program where they're genuinely helping people, like genuinely they are coaches. And so my group converters, they come in at $10 and then they're aware that we have GroupConvert at night, and then they go and they pay the payment plan or the pay in full, the 8K. And what I've discovered is right after someone has a successful demo call with one of our users, especially just literally today, Casey joined us into Ignite because she's like, oh, I had a great experience with the installation. Your tech guy, I forgot his name. That's what she said. I forgot his name, but like he took like 5 minutes, took care of my thing, and your extension works. And it gave me so much faith in the fact that your program will work. So like for all the coaches, course creators, people are like struggling to find clients, having a little Chrome extension that as long as it works at the tail end of a tech call or a demo experience, that's when you pitch. That's when you're like, hey, we have this other thing. Do you want to book a call? And like Casey, she wasn't really pitched. She saw it in our signature, like just like, here's to book a call to install, and then here's a book a call for if you want to add an extra 5 to 6 figures a month to your group, kind of thing. So I'm thinking, if you have an extension, the demo, the tail end of the demo is like the best spot to be in, or like right after a successful demo, or the auto reply to the successful tech call. We'll sell it. Anyways, that's what I see that's working in my part of the world. And just giving you some secret insight on what's going on and working really well. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see, because people are downloading these extensions to solve a problem. If you can give them a more comprehensive solution, they're like, yeah, I don't want to wade through all the hustle and bustle of this. I don't get it. So I'm going to go and hire you to figure it out for me, or like help me. So, all right. With that said, any other questions? Sandra says new variants of the virus, cry face. All right, Sandra. Okay. Okay, great. Let's see. I think that's it for today. I do have to hop off, Greg. You are welcome to come into my community. I would love to have you in. And also, if you guys are here and you're watching the replay, make sure, if you want to run ads, Greg has spent like 50 million of his own money running Google ads. He's been doing this for 8 years. He's an expert at this. And if you need help with your own Chrome extension traffic, and you're ready to, not be afraid to put in the investment to run ads, then go ahead and reach out to Greg. And yep, this is his group here. Google Ads Alpha to Omega. That's it.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Greg. I'm clicking remove. So I'm going to have you go, and then I'll do a super quick wrap up with with whoever's left here on the audio.
All right. Awesome. How many people did we have on the live? Just the curiosity.
We had 12 people on and off throughout, and different people like hopped in. Mm-hmm. And generally, a lot more people watch the replay than watch the live, but we had 12 people on the live today.
So 12 future millionaires.
Yes.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. Okay. Thank you so much, Greg. And have a wonderful night.
Thank you as well. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, you guys. So that is the show for tonight. And you know what I'm going to do at the end of the show? I'm actually going to do something where, Greg is still here. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, Greg is like here in the green room. But I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to tell you guys about something that's going on, that we have going on next. So this show was sponsored by Greg, but also I want to show you something that's going on, which is so we've launched Charlie CRM, which is a Chrome extension for, let me try to get in. Chrome extension. Oh man, hold on. I'm not going to do this now. Seems like I can't even get into this. Okay, I tried it. It's not, I'm not going to try it. But I want you guys to know that Charlie CRM is a Chrome extension that lets you track Messenger messages. I'm going to say this is sponsored by Greg and Charlie CRM, where you can go ahead and have Messenger messages get tagged, and you could tag it lead, follow-up, hello, client, warm leads. And you can go and get a 14-day free trial today. For anyone watching this show, if you were to sign up for Charlie CRM, you will be able to have a discount of 50% for your first 3 months off of Charlie CRM. And Charlie CRM is only $15 a month. There's no setup fee. It's free to start. There's a 14-day free trial. and you get one account, unlimited tags, unlimited notes, unlimited syncing, kind of like a lot of unlimited stuff now. And you can get started with your 14-day free trial. And yep, and you can watch the demo of it using the video, and I kind of like walk you through what you can do with it, which is you can have templates. You can send messages to the people based on your templates. You can have notes based on each person. You can go and search for them, and you can go and tag them, and you can sync it in between your different users who are logged in. So if you get the $47 a month, you have 1 to 3 accounts, you can actually have your staff log in as you, or log in on their account and have it sync in between yours and your Facebook. Okay, that's my little tiny message for today. So if you get Charlie CRM today at Charlie CRM, it's a 14-day free trial. You have 3 months, 50% off on me. And what you can do to claim it is just hashtag Charlie in the comments, and we will give you a special link to get 50% off 3 months on Charlie CRM. Okay? All right, that's all. All right, you guys, you want to stop screen share and log in? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. It's on the website already. Super easy to do, and I do have to hop off. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a fantastic night tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.
Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.